Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, playing more Premier Draft Foundations. What are we doing today? What are we doing today? Is this Elvish Archdruid rather any good? I don't think it's a very good first pick. Yeah, Draft Sim agrees. I think you take the Ajani's Pridemate. It is pretty powerful. Draft Sim says it's not all that hot, huh? Interesting. I mean, what else would you take here? Healer's Hawk, maybe? It says that's better. Okay. I mean, I don't know. This is like a build around this. I don't know. I've had some of Johnny's Bridemates that have sucked. And I've never had a Healer's Hawk that sucked. So, fair enough. Right, this goes in any white deck. A Johnny's Pridemate kind of only goes in black-white. Like, it's playable, but it's not something you'd be excited to put in most decks. I think this is an easy Abrade. Eaten Alive is also fine. And these kind of, overrun effects are okay. But Abrade has just been an all-star in every format that it's ever been printed in. Efficient removal is important all the time. Yeah, I don't know. Heroic Reinforcements is a win condition for the red-white deck, I guess, whereas this is just removal. But removal is a win condition too, because they don't have any stuff and you can kill them. This time, I take the Pridemate pretty happily, I think. Second pick, I don't know, Evolving Wilds. You can't convince me to take Authority of the Consoles, even if I'd taken Pridemate pack 1. This ought to wheel, right? Nobody wants this. I guess whoever took the first Pridemate might take it, but it seems unlikely. Dauntless Veteran, I believe, is pretty good. Yeah. What does Draft Sim think of this card? Say it's pretty bad. Well, fair enough. I mean, what else are we taking, though? I don't think this Angel is anything. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's an okay top end for the a deck that has life gain. And I think in red-white, this could actually be playable. But yeah, it is a 3-mana 2/2 that just dies to Burst Lightning, so fair enough. That said, what about this 5/2 for 4 mana? It also dies to Stab or Burst Lightning, but if they don't have it, it's a huge attacker. And even if they do have it, you get to 2 for 1 because you draw another card, right? So I think this is a great pickup. Everyone likes this card. Nothing good in white or red here. I mean, well, the Good Fortune Unicorn is good, but it doesn't fit into a red and white deck. I think I'm taking it here. We could be in green-white, you never know. It's a little weird that this Scavenger is still here, but I don't think I can pivot all the way into blue-black right now just from the signal of this one card. Yeah, let's just take a green-white card. Okay, cool. So there are some decent red cards here, but the Paladin is really solid. And it looked like maybe red was drying up in the last pack, so let's grab white here. This pack obviously makes it look like maybe red wasn't drying up, it was just a bad pack, but I feel safer with Paladin. There's another decent blue card, maybe something's going on there. I don't really like any of this. I think the strongest card is the blue one, probably. Blanchwood armor. I mean, I don't think so. Maybe I could splash Unicorn. I think I'm just supposed to take a 2-mana 2/2. You really don't need like a 5-mana 4/4 Vigilance that... Yeah. So this is the wheel. And the goblin is not bad. I could take the Truffle Snout. Like, it kind of looks like maybe green is a bit open. But I don't think this is even something green-white wants that badly. So I'll take the fire. Well, I think I actually should take the land to look into splashing the Unicorn. Yeah, interesting. I mean, okay, so Goblin Borders is the pick here. Interesting that Overrun is still here. It would be nice, but triple green is too much to ask, I think. Oh, this pack sucks. I've never seen a Sower Chaos on the board in my life. I just don't believe it's going to be a good card. Well, if I ever need any Cyclopes, I know where to find them. Some cool blue stuff. Not much in the way of red or white, huh? It might just be a land here. Like, this is okay. Or I could commit to the Unicorn. Don't really think I have to. Yeah. Kind of a sad land pick, I think. We could start taking Heir Apparents, but it's just impossible to get enough that they're good. I think pretty much every deck wants Solemn Simulacrum. How many goblins do I have? 1. So we're not going to be a Banner Kinship kind of thing. Like, even if you're not into ramping, a 4-mana 2/2 that ramps and then draws a card is just too good to pass up. If I'm lucky, maybe Gorhorn Raider will wheel. Banishing Light Healer's Hawk, huh? And obviously, there's also this Dragon Trainer. But I think these are the two I would pick. So red-green land, but clearly these are more important. I think Banishing Light... I mean, I have, what, a Braid right now, and that's it? Just being able to remove stuff is so important all the time. Drakazeth, huh? Wow, these are pretty cool. I think it's just another Banishing Light. This is a really nice aggressive-ish creature that's also removal. Right, look, this is 3-mana kill a 2-drop. But this is 3-mana kill anything. But this is more flexible in that it can also do damage for a bit before it kills something. I don't know, I think I'll take the Banishing Light. Good card. Cathar Commando's okay. Squad Rallier is some top end. I already have a decent amount of that, though. I think I'll just take a 2-drop. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have been in red-white all along. It's sort of hard to tell. There's a lot of blue going around. Isn't there? Could I be playing red-blue? I don't think so. I almost took land here, but no, this guy's great. We love the Berserker. What is this? Oh, the 3/3 haste? Okay. Sure. Got the removal anyway. And another one? I still don't have many goblins, right? Yeah. Or many of anything in particular. human, huh? Interesting. So I'm not paying 5 mana for this. Red-green land wheel, that's good news. I guess I should have taken the black-white land over. It doesn't matter. I'm not running either, but... Sarah Angel is a powerful card. I don't know that it's really what I want. It might be. But I could also go for, like, Fleeting Flight. I don't know. Flying is pretty cool. I have no idea what's right here. I'm going to go with the, you know, what iconic card. It's probably overcosted for this format, but it's still like, you know, when it hits the board, it's often a problem. Huh. There's no way I could splash this, right? Like, I have enough to splash a unicorn, but I don't think I can play a double green card when there's a perfectly serviceable white card just right here. It's not even that good in my deck. Another paladin, probably, over these green cards. I'm a little light on 2s. I have, what, 3 of them? So I could take the... No, Gnarled Colony is green. I don't want green cards. Claws out, huh? I have a few cats, and I really would like a, you know, finisher type effect. On the other hand, Goblin Surprise is a more flexible version of the same thing for 2 less mana. Like, obviously, yes, +2/+2 is better than +2/0. But this is not going to cost 2 for me. It's going to cost, like, 4 or 5. Whereas this costs 3. And usually it doesn't matter so much, like, what happens after you cast Claws Out, because you're casting it only when it wins you the game. And so Goblin Surprise does the same thing, and also you can use it for tokens if you want. I'll take a 2-drop, though, over the pick. I could take a Claws Out now. I don't think I really need a Seraph. Heir Apparent number 1 in the end of the draft is probably a no. Ooh, hello. 3rd Paladin, I think, right? Just a 3-mana 3/3 first striker is tough to deal with sometimes. I think I want the Goblin. And the Goblin. Oh, excuse me, you're not a Goblin just because you're red. I'm sorry, I shouldn't make racist assumptions. You're a human. As usual, I have no idea whether this deck is any good. I think I can splash the Unicorn. It's not a huge imposition, and I think it is a pretty good card for, you know, any kind of aggressive / somewhat go-wide deck. Even though I don't have a ton of cards that care about counters, I do have, like, 3 Paladins. And there's probably something somewhere else, right? Yeah, maybe not. We'll see. This could be a good way to find out that that's a bad idea. So I think the Vanguard Seraph can go. I've got plenty of expensive creatures. Probably too many. Could probably cut an Incinerating Blast. Although, as I guess I said in yesterday's draft, you kind of want Thrill of Possibility in the late game, not the early game. And the late game, this is in some ways a much better Thrill of Possibility. In some ways, it's not at all that. But in some ways it is, right? It's like, oh yeah, you get to turn a card into another card and you get to blow something up. It costs 3 more mana, but, you know, in the late game, the times you would be using Thrill of Possibility, it's usually because you have too many lands. And then, like, hey, how bad really is Incinerating Blast, right? So maybe we're not cutting one of those. I don't know. How much life gain do I have? Very little, right? Well, I have 3 duels and a Healer's Hawk, I guess. Pridemate's probably fine. Axeguard Cavalry is not so great, but I do kind of need some 2-drops. Squad Rallier probably can go. Whoops, hey, come back. I didn't mean to cut one of my best cards. I don't even know if I want to cut a land here. Like in Boros, often you do because you're running a relatively low curve, but this stuff's kind of expensive. Maybe I can just cut Claws out. Like, how am I winning? I don't know. It might be with a Claws out turn, but it might not. Let's cut the Sarah Angel too. I don't know. I wonder how good Draftsman thinks Sarah Angel is. It's meh. Now, obviously, Draft Sim's advice is for first pick. And, you know, if you build a synergistic deck, you should reevaluate. And also, Draft Sim could just be wrong. But I'm not especially good at evaluating cards, so I delegate some of that thinking to people who at least sort of make a living at it, even if they are wrong sometimes. And there's not really any synergy for Sarah Angel in this deck, so I think it's fair to just go with their assessment. The Scourge might be a little tough. Double red on 3 when we're trying to splash green. Now we're at 17 creatures, which is a pretty healthy number. Maybe I will get rid of one of these Incinerating Blasts. I want to have all the lands, I think. Just to make sure I can curve out reliably to like 4. And I have a couple ways to get rid of excess. And I have some removal anyway, so I don't necessarily need Incinerating Blast. Fire Brand Archer, not my greatest 2-drop, but I think it's better to have a 2-drop than to have a second Incinerating Blast. Red or white? We're not doing blue or green. Okay. And the mana base looked fine. It put in 1 forest, and that together with the 2 green duels seems fine. Spock the Took? Don't know what that means. That's kind of a nice forest. Is this the Bob Ross forest? I think it is, actually. That explains why I like it. Oh, man. I don't recognize it as much as I do the Bob Ross Island. But, they're from a secret lair drop, and I think this is the Bob Ross Mountain. So, I'm happy to, like, trade here. Ooh. I mean, we can trade that with the Cathar Commando someday. It's just like right now isn't the right time. No plays. I feel as though I'm going to get this killed somehow. Like, it would have to be a braid, though, right? Weird. Oh, or maybe they're planning to flash in the 4-2 wolf, but no, it has first strike, so I don't know. Obviously now it also has menace. But they wouldn't have been planning. Okay, just nothing. Really. Okay. I think we're doing okay in the race here. Oh, hello, a braid. Yeah, this hand is kind of demonstrating why a unicorn is not so great. Obviously, it's especially bad when I haven't hit the green source. But also, there hasn't been a turn where unicorn would have actually been good, right? So it's just been a dead card. I think I'm not going to trade with Commando. I'm going to try to kill them. They're not even offering the trade. Alrighty, that'll do it. But I'm not taking out the unicorn. Yeah, this was only one game. The game might have played out differently to where unicorn would have been good. So let's see how it looks. Let's give it a fair shake. And after all, I had unicorn in my opening hand and I won the game, really bolstering its 17 land stats. So, you know, who's to say unicorn isn't the reason I won that game? 30,000. Playing against a spike. This is a bad hand. This hand is fine. Oh, good, another unicorn. I think I'm more likely to draw 3 lands before I draw a forest, right? There are 15 left in the deck. If I draw 3 lands... Well, I guess the question is, what are the odds I draw 2 lands and neither of them is a forest? Forests make up a 6th. Yeah, so, I mean, the odds are pretty high that I will hit the mana for this before I hit the mana for the unicorn. And that's not necessarily what should decide my choice. If hitting the unicorn mana is way more important than hitting this, maybe I should pitch this and just hope I hit the unicorn, for example. I don't think that especially applies here. Still a bad hand, for what it's worth, but okay, curving out, good. I will trade this for Cathar Commando, I guess. Okay. Solemn Simulacrum would be... Well... Actually, I mean... The unicorn is on the bottom, but I guess it won't be after I search for a land. So I guess I would take a forest. Well, Dazzling Angel's pretty strong, and I don't like my opponent gaining life, and I don't have anything else to do this turn anyway, so let's get in there. When you're on the play, gotta keep your foot on the gas pedal. Especially in red-white. Okay. For 4 mana, it's going to be a Berserker to keep getting in there around the 3/3. Don't really care about that. I guess I keep this? I think I'm happy enough for them to trade with the 2. Like, I could hold back my 1/1, but they still get a decent trade on one of these 2, right? So I might as well swing with the 1/1. And then the question is, I think I put the menace here, right? So if I put it on one of these guys, they can't trade for it, but then they get to eat a 1/1. And they still can trade for the other of these. I don't know. This is a tough choice, actually, I think. They're not dead, right? Wait, are they dead? No, if they were unable to block, they'd be dead. But they can. So they have to block something, right? Yes. Can they get away with blocking just the 1/1? Not if I pump something else. Yeah, so I can force them to trade with whichever of these 2 drops I prefer. Which I think is the 2/2 Vigilant, right? Keep the guy that does direct damage alive. Okay. Could have been worse. We're gonna eat the 1/1. Sure. Oh, that's a pretty good blocker. Oh no! Yikes. So I could attack with this as a 3/2. I think they should block with both lifelinkers and gain 4. But it kills off a lifelinker. I think I should kill off the Healer's Hawk. So maybe they actually won't block with the Healer's Hawk. They'll block with these. Gain only 2. Either way, I think I just have to do this. Can I swing everything, actually? No, this guy's too powerful. They would just double block him instead of this, and I don't think I would be happy with that. Yeah, I think they might keep the flyer alive. No. Okay. Well, I don't think I want to kill the ground creature. I want to kill the flyer, because it can keep gaining life for a long time. The ground creature can only do it once, and I don't have any trouble doing 3 damage. I think I'm going to grab another Plains here, because I'm way more likely to draw a white spell than I am to draw... Well, the Unicorn itself is also a white spell. But this is more likely to allow me to actually play 2 spells next turn. Okay, they can't... This doesn't do anything yet. Ooh, the Goblin Surprise, huh? It doesn't give first strike. But it could cause a double block to go badly. And they have to double block. On account of the menace. Or they could let it in, but that's dangerous, of course. Okay, so Goblin Surprise here actually doesn't do anything, right? Just does 5 damage, still doesn't kill it. Okay. That's fine. They're drawing a card. Fine. hang on to this in case I draw a discard spell. Menacing First Striker, pretty cool. I don't want you to have that back, but I can't do anything about it. They really should have done that. Or no, they're going to play a creature now, I guess. So they wanted the life. Why else would they do that on my turn? Their turn, I mean. Play a creature. No? Okay. I'm using this as a combat trick. Oh. Banish it again, huh? So this could do up to 6 damage menace first strike, so they literally can't kill it with what they have. This seems like it could be an instant. I think I'm just going to banish their life gain. I mean, I don't know. That's... it makes it easier for them to combat trick me if they have all 3 of these. But I really like the idea of banishing something that matters instead of this junk. But right now, this junk is what they have, so... I don't even have to use the combat trick if they don't use their own, right? I get to use it as a reaction. Sure. Okay. Just to make him worry about giant growth, I guess. I mean, if they don't block, I could go for the Goblin Surprise Lethal. That loses very badly to Luminous Rebuke, which I don't think they have. But, like, if they have nothing, I'm kind of winning no matter what I do, so maybe I should assume they do have it. They have something. Yeah, I think if they're a 1, I'm happy enough. Okay, I mean, I guess they didn't have it. But like I said, I think I'm winning. Like, I could even Goblin Surprise for creatures here, right? Now they're all lethal. I guess this loses even worse to Luminous Rebuke than the other line I was considering. Okay, they don't have it. I should have thought a little bit more about where to put the +1/+1, or to put the +1/+0 in Menace, but I think a token was right. Like, if they don't have anything, it doesn't matter where I put it. And if they do have a way to kill a creature, I might as well not over-invest in this, because this is obviously what they're going to kill. Okay, the Menace guy, absolutely insane that game. Yeah, the Paladin was good, but the Berserker lasted through many different creatures, making them all potent attackers. Vryn Mage. Ugh, I can't cast anything till turn 3? And I have a Unicorn? And what I could cast on turn 3 doesn't even do anything? I have 3 1-drops in the deck. I have like 5 2-drops. That's 8. I should, on average, have one of them in an opening hand. I have like a dead card. Yeah, I think I mulligan this. You know what? This is not great because I'm missing red, but I think it's still a keep. You know, this is sort of a worse hand because I can't cast anything. But I don't know. Like, if I could give it back, would I take the other hand? Maybe. This one seems like it has higher upside. I'm not really sure about that. I have Solemn Simulacrum to like fetch up the red that I'm missing eventually. It's one of the reasons this is a little bit better than it otherwise looks. So if I swing with the 3/3, they can double block with both 2/2s, and I just trade my 3/3 First Striker for a 2/2 Vigilance, which is pretty bad. Sad to miss a land there, but I mean, it had to happen eventually. I was lucky enough to draw a land on turn 2 or 3. Missing one on turn 4, I don't know. It's not a huge surprise. Alright, I mean, I'm trading everything down. I'm on the back foot this game. I can't just take damage here and hope that I get to do something cool. Well, actually, hang on. This 3/3 is holding off a 2/2 lifelinker, right? So it could kill a 3/3, but like right now, they're attacking for 3 damage with just this. If I trade, they're attacking for 2 damage, but also gaining 2. And actually, it's 3 damage because the 1/1 starts getting. Yeah, this is a better block. I should not give my 3/3 away so easily. As it turns out, Cathar Commando is a good trade for their 3/3. I assume something nasty is going to happen to me. It looks that way. Although I don't know what. Sarah Angel, huh? Well, like I said, when it hits the board, it's often a problem. And right now, I am not in good shape to deal with it. Well, maybe what you're supposed to do is keep hands that have your 2 main colors instead of mulligan hoping for something better. Very funny. This unicorn is ruining my life. Alright, this is no longer a winnable game. Let's attack with a creature and get out of here. And maybe get the unicorn out of here as well. There hasn't been a game where I've said, like, gosh, I wish I had a unicorn. And there have been now at least 2 games where I said, boy, I wish I didn't have a unicorn. Just throw in Claws out. I have a couple token creators, so it would be okay. Sarah Angel would be okay. This goblin might be alright. Yeah, let's put a goblin in, I guess. It's a gremlin? Man. Nothing's a goblin, it turns out. Okay. We have a 2-drop. I wonder if we should hold the Crag until after Pridemate. I guess it depends what we draw. So I could play land, land Pridemate, tap land nothing? That doesn't seem very good. I don't want to rely on hitting a mountain by turn 3. So let's just do this. Oh, Pridemate's pretty bad now as well. That was one of literally 2... Oh my god, and it's a mountain. I'm punished. Well... I guess we're killing this thing. So honestly, playing the tap land actually did work out, because having 2 red sources this turn was useful. Okay, sure. But the Pridemate's pretty bad in this deck. I should maybe not be running it. I don't want them getting card selection, but I don't think I'm supposed to Banishing Light that right now, when I could just develop a useful attacker. Thing is, when am I going to Banishing Light it if not now? I don't want to just find them the perfect card every turn. I guess get out of here. Let me in for 1. Not happy with how this game has started. I am happy with them not playing a card, though. Gonna flash in a blocker or something? No, that's not something you would do here. Cathar Commando doesn't want to trade with this goblin. And they don't really have flash in the rest of these colors. What are their main colors, I wonder? What are they splashing? Right, we've only seen 1 blue land, but the only spell we've seen has... The 2 spells we've seen have both been blue. We've seen 2 white lands. No white spells. Maybe they're playing blue-black. We see... Oh no, there's a second blue land, yeah. So blue-black splash white, maybe? Maybe they're conceding? This goblin is just too much for them? Am I getting emoted? I don't know. Oh, you know what? They don't have a companion. We can unmute them here. And I guess if they rope out again, it's game over? Well, I'll let you know. Alright. It didn't time them out. I'm not sure what happened here, actually. Because they like roped out on my turn and then on their turn. Again, they roped out, so I flashed in the commando. My turn started, and then they didn't rope out. Like, it didn't concede them, but they didn't rope. They actually manually conceded when my turn started, instead of Arena kicking them out. I don't know what that was about. Were they just trying to punish me for answering their 2-drop with a 1-drop and answering their cool 3-drop gold card with removal? I don't know. Trying to make me suffer through a turn before I get the win? Maybe they just had something come up, and then when they came back, they looked at the board and said, well, I'm losing. See you later. This is a great hand. I wish one of these planes were a spell, or even a mountain. Might matter. Definitely a spell. I don't think... Well, I certainly don't want to attack. I probably want to kill this. Is there any reason to do it now? Yeah, so they don't get to tap it and shoot me for 1. Okay. Obviously, I would rather have killed this, but I think they would have attacked with Firebrand and I would have blocked, and that would have been the end of it. That would have happened pre-combat, so... Anyway, hasting out my 3/3 first striker is pretty cool. Really? If it were Burst Lightning or Stab, they would have just used it. What's with this attack? Sure Strike? Okay, I invite you to use that, I guess. Because I don't want them using it on one of my first striking creatures. What do they have? They were holding up priority with 0 mana. They're playing in... They put a stop in my end for some reason? Interesting. Or 3 first striking menace. Tough to block. They have some good counterattacks, of course, but a 3/4 is a good blocker. Even in the presence of Ghoul and Goblin. Ghouls and Goblins? Oh no! They have one too! It's pretty cool. Wonder why that and not have that as a potential blocker? I guess they're tapped out, so they don't want to block with this. Makes sense. Ooh, hello, Braid. I want to have a Braid open, which means I want to play Archer this turn rather than my hasty Gremlin. Which means I should do it pre-combat so that I get 1 damage if I end up using it. Oh, except they can just... Okay, I shouldn't necessarily have played Goblin here. This was a bad play. Or Archer, I mean. Because now they can just blow it up with the Goblin. But I mean, I don't know. I'm sure they have other uses in mind for the Goblin, like eating it with a Ghoul. I should not have played this pre-combat. But, like, it might not be a disaster. Yeah. That's fine. Obviously I can't block, so go ahead. Yeah, I should have attacked, holding up a Braid, and then when they didn't make me use a Braid in combat, I could have played the bigger creature. I think that makes sense. I don't know. They have 1 mana left. So if I shoot this, they can eat it with Ghoul. But just turns the ghoul into a 3/3. Like, is that big a problem? I don't want them to have this creature, I think. I certainly don't want them to get the trigger. That's why I put the stop in their main. Ooh, that's really good. Okay. I could banish the ghoul and get in with both. Or I could banish the 3/4 and stop getting beaten up. So if I swing with everything after banishing the ghoul, they get me for 6, right? Which is a little scary even after I get them for 7. They're pretty low on life, though, and I have another haster. Maybe that would be fine with me. If I leave both of these up, how would they block? Say I made this the 4/4, because anything else... Yeah, I would put the block... I would put the menace here. I think they would double block and kill it? I don't want that. Doesn't matter which one I put it on. Either way, they can jump 3 if they want. Banishing Light was such a good draw. Okay, that's a brave attack, but I guess they're figuring this threatens to block. No, they have another creature. Oh, no! Okay. Is this still lethal? No. If I swing with everything, I'm dead. Oh, no. I think if I swing with anything, I'm dead. Right? Because no one creature of mine is lethal. No, I guess I'm not dead. But I can't swing with anything. If I do, they just take it. And if I swing with everything, they block both non-menace creatures and then kill me with this. So I can't attack. I have to double block their menace creature and single block the other powerful creature. If they give the 2/1 menace, I have... Actually, the blocks kind of suck, huh? Yeah? Is that so? My 2 important creatures are these 2. I should make them choose which one to kill. And then voluntarily lose this one. Oh my god. Okay, sure. Very funny. I wish I had some of these in my deck. I know I passed 2 of them. I forget what they were up against. I hope it wasn't Unicorn. I don't think I would have done that, would I? Might have been a land, though. Oh yeah, Johnny's Pride Mate, a possible cut. I haven't drawn the Healer's Hawk at all. My pack one, pick one hero. There it is. You just gotta mention it. Great hand. And Healer's Hawk, Cathar Commando, hopefully Paladin on the next turn. Decent start. Very funny. The thing is, I want to trade my Goblin for this instead of trading my Healer's Hawk. But I can't do that right now while curving out. So I think I'm going to no attack here. Play one of the 2 mana spells this turn. Next turn I can maybe Goblin to kill this. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's a little early for a Thrill of Possibility, but I kind of think that's the way my hand plays out. So that next turn I can Goblin plus Cathar Commando. I guess if they have protection, like, it would have been better to play Goblin last turn. So that they, like, can't protect this. Now that they have green and white mana up, like, something scary could happen when I try to kill it. But they'll probably play something, right? Yeah, it was giving priority. It was not holding priority for them during combat. Okay. So I think the Goblin next turn is going to hit. Drawing a lot of actual other cards I might want to play this turn. The Haster, I think the 4/3 is better. Yeah, no rush to deal with that. Let's just trade Healer's Hawk Love Bites. I'll deal with it when it's convenient for me. I probably was supposed to pitch a non-land to that Thrill of Possibility, rather than assuming I would hit a land in one of my next 3 draws. Because if I miss a land, it's very bad. Ah! I can't shoot the thing anymore. Well, okay, actually I can. Because I have Cathar Commando to trade for this. I think that's what I have to do. But there's no harm in attacking first, right? Yeah. Might as well not tell them they're about to lose this thing. Plus, it leaves up more mana, threatening a combat trick in case they want to try blocking with Giant Growth. I don't want them to be sure that that'll work. All right. Exciting. Good work, Cathar Commando. No! Any permanent? Die! I hate you! Oh my god. The worst. Well, I would like to haste this out, but then I can't play Goblin, and I might want to play Goblin to kill their 1/1 before it becomes a 2/2. But, like, who cares about a 2/2? I think I want the Goblin to solve some other problem, like add 1 to damage to win some combat for me. Ah, but this gives my Goblin first strike, which is pretty cool. Or my, yeah, Goblin. I think I will just kill their 2/2 while I can. Well, this also, if they want to play a white spell, they can't play Anthem, necessarily. I mean, they might have a Plains, but kind of looks like they don't. So the Anthem might not be easy to play. We've got him down to 12. And if they can't play the Anthem, then a 3/3 Haster is pretty cool. Okay. If they do play the Anthem, the 3/3 Haster sucks. Whoa! What the hell, man? I can't beat that. Man. I mean, I think I want to run the Haster out now before their stuff gets any bigger. Right, they have to decide, either lose one of their powerful creatures before it gets bigger, or take a bunch of damage. Yeah, this seems reasonable. But, like, I don't know. This thing is so good. Oh. Okay. I mean, that, you know, I guess I can't beat that either. Oh, man. Now they're going to get a huge creature and a bunch of life. And we are going to lose this game. I'm only at 1 loss right now, right? Nope. 2 losses. It doesn't matter. Just take any creature. I'm not bringing any of them back. I mean, I don't... There's nothing in my whole deck that wins from here. These are both must-kill threats. If I draw an Incinerating Blast, I could kill one of them this turn. Like, Banishing Light could kill the other anytime, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess I can't concede because I could top deck Banishing Light into Banishing Light or something like that. But that only deals with these two creatures. They have 5 cards in hand, right? And 1,000,000 life. Pretty cool cards. Like, none of the stuff they've played, none of these are, like, are unfair. There's the Banishing Light. I guess I have to get rid of Galta now. Like, it's these 2 cards that won the game, right? Not Anthem, not any of their other stuff. Regrower was annoying, but lots of cards could have produced some value there. These 2 just completely stabilized. I can't attack anymore, and they're gaining life. And they have a win condition. And this is a common. I mean, this is a very strong common, I think. A brick wall for aggro decks. This obviously is the biggest problem. Because it gained them a bunch of life and is a creature that I can never engage in combat with. It has to be the other Banishing Light to kill it, and then I still don't have a plan for the spider. Incinerating Blast, I guess. I mean, that's a good card, but it barely even matters. I'm so dead. They're just making me deader. So they're offering to trade my whole board for their 7/7. I accept. Alright, see ya. 3 wins. I mean, it was a middling deck. It got middling results. I guess that makes sense. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.